Hey everybody, this is Brad from Johnson Small Engines, better known as a one-hand mechanic. If I can do it, you can too. Today we have here a 2023 John Deere S170, and this is the first year I've seen it with the green mower deck. So let's get started here. First thing you want to do when you get your machine is check the oil. This is a 724cc, 24 horsepower gross Briggs & Stratton engine. These engines have been around a long time. I like them. Check your oil here. And you're just going to pull a dipstick out. There is two dots. There is one on the bottom, one on top. I try to keep it at the top dot, and also they make it a little bit tricky sometimes that there's two little nubbies right here, and there's one here, and on a dipstick there's two little nubbies there and then one there. Just make sure that you get them in the right spots. You can put this in and get it jammed up if you put it in backwards. They have a batteries here, and this is a pretty good battery, 300 cold cranking amp battery, which is a good battery. They used to put the cheaper batteries in these. There is one thing I want to say about these motors with the S100 series on the other side. If you guys have an engine that comes with this quick change oil filter, I highly suggest getting rid of it if you want your engine to have a long life. I will put a link in the description below. Check it out. It'll show you how to remove that, put the old oil filter back in. What happens is this oil filter may have a half a quart to 3/4 of a quart of oil in it, and the rest is left in your engine when you quick change that oil filter. And trust me, check the video out just so you know before you do, but I would highly suggest replacing that and going back to the normal oil filter. It looks like they may have gone to a little better of a muffler. Briggs & Stratton had problems with their mufflers. They had square mufflers and they would eventually rattle apart and break. This muffler looks like it's a little bit better of a design, which is nice. I'm gonna go ahead and put the hood down. I'm not real fond of these hoods. They just seem so flimsy and light. We're on this side of the machine, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you that this is the brake slash clutch. Now, what I call this a brake slash clutch is what happens is when you put the brake on, it also disengages your transmission drive so you won't go anywhere. We have throttle here, parking brake here. This is the yellow button here is for cutting in reverse, and I will show you outside how to do that. So when you go ahead and start the machine up, you have full throttle, which you'll feel a little indent right there. That's full throttle. That is where you should be when you're cutting the grass. And then to start the machine up, you have a little blue emblem right here with a choke. You have turtle for slow, rabbit for fast, and the blue little sign right here is choke. Now with this machine here, you do have to hold the choke up, okay, because it's spring loaded, and the choke will come off as soon as you let it go. So when you start the machine up, put it up on choke, hold it there, and then as soon as it starts up, I usually bring the throttle down to like an idle, let the engine warm up a little bit. You do have a nice hour meter here, and it also has a little fuel gauge. So when you turn the key to on, you'll see the bar graph right here come up, and that shows you your level. All right, so it looks like we're about 3/4. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the key off. All right, so over here we have a little warning sign right here about cutting in reverse. This is your PTO switch, which is your power takeoff for your mower deck. This is how you engage your mower deck. So you're just gonna go ahead and lift this up, and you'll hear it click. And then when it's running, you probably won't hear it. Make sure it's off when you go ahead and start the machine up. Now the ignition's here, so we have stop, we have headlights, one click. Now I'm pretty sure we'll check to see if the headlights are on. So the headlights are on when your ignition key is in the on position. So when it's running, so you have to turn your ignition key back to the lights on position to have your lights working, okay? Then you have the on position after you hit the crank. Now this is your crank on when we start it, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and show you this little guy here. Right here, this, believe it or not, is cruise control. If you just have a block here and it doesn't move, they have a lot of different variations for the machines. But if you see this sign right here, putting an X over reverse, you cannot use cruise control in reverse. We're gonna go ahead outside and I'll show you how to operate that also. Then over here, you have your forward and reverse pedals. When you hit it forward and you let go, it should bring you back to a neutral unless you're going downhill. It may not. You're gonna have to use your brake on the left side. And then you have reverse here, and you cannot cut in reverse unless you're using the little button, this button here, which again, I will show you outside. And I wanna show you also on the seat. It's a pretty comfortable high back seat, and there is a, believe it or not, a sort of kind of lumbar support. And what it does, it just brings this a support out right here. If you look at that, it's just a little bit. So they give you that, and then they have a, right here is how you adjust your seat. So you wanna, when you're on the machine, you just wanna go ahead and pick this up, right here, and it'll slide back or forward. And when you let go, it'll lock itself in whatever position that you like. The gas tank is here, straight unleaded gas. The gas tank seems loose, but it's fine. It's used this way on different models for the fuel level in the gas tank. And if you look around front here, this right here is just a plastic cover. This plastic cover is used for other models, and there's a gauge on here. We have your little cup holder here, and also a little place to put some things. I've noticed these don't last very long. Every time they come in for service, they're usually never on. So I don't know if people break them off, they don't hold up, at least the doors don't hold up. You do have the handle for the mower height adjustment, which is up and down like this. Okay, so you can just put it in any position that you want. I want to show you in the back here, if you ever get your machine off the truck and somebody deliver it to you, I have so many people that say it won't move when you push the pedals forward and reverse. It could be this right here. It's showing a person that's actually pushing the machine, and they're showing this lever right here all the way in the out position, which would be like this. Now this puts the tractor in neutral. I highly recommend not pushing the tractor when it's not in neutral. If the machine doesn't run for some reason, you have to push the tractor, pull this out, release your parking brake, and this should go back and forth really easily. I've had people say that they get on their machines and they hit the forward and reverse button, doesn't go anywhere, and it's because this is left out. So make sure this is in or it won't move. This is just designed for pushing your machine. I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to start it up real quick. So what I normally do when I start the machine up is I put the emergency brake on and I lock it in. It just makes it easier for me. You don't have to do it. You can hold it in with your foot, but you do have to put a lot of pressure on it to make sure the safety switch is pushed in. You cannot start your machine without the brake or / clutch in all the way. Then you're gonna go ahead and put your throttle all the way up into the fast position, which is choke, and you gotta hold it there. And then you're gonna go ahead and crank it up. And then as soon as it cranks up, I'm gonna bring it down to an idle after it starts. Go ahead and take the emergency brake off. For your forward and reverse pedals, you have forward. And then if you let go, it should come to a neutral. Hit reverse, let go, it should come back to a neutral. And if you're moving too fast or going down the hill and you let go of the pedal, you're gonna have to hit your brake, that's all. But that's pretty much it for how to move forward and backward. Now, if you wanted your headlights on after it's running, let me go ahead and do this again. We're gonna go ahead and start it up. If you want your headlights on, turn the key back to the headlight position, and now they should be on. And if you don't want them on, just turn the key to the on position, and that'll turn them off. And then obviously when you turn off your machine, it'll also turn them off. Now since we're over here, I wanted to show you, this gentleman had some problems in the beginning and he took off his side discharge chute. So everybody out there with this machine, you should have a big side discharge chute. And if you want to take it off and put like a mulching kit or a mulching plate, you don't have to take that off. You should be able to put this mulching cover on with that cover on. Not sure why he took it off exactly, but this is a nice feature if you want to mulch. Let's go outside and I'm going to show you how to cut and reverse and also the cruise control. Okay, so we're outside. I'm going to show you guys how to cut and reverse. And basically what you want to do is you're going to engage your mower deck with a PTO, and then once the mower deck is on and you're moving forward and you want to go in reverse, before you hit your reverse pedal, you're going to push this yellow button here so it has an arrow backwards, and basically that little PTO sign right there is your switch. So you're going to push this button in and then hit your reverse pedal, and then once you are in reverse, then you can let go of this and you can cut and reverse. The problem is when you go forward again, you have to, and try to go backward again, you have to push this back in again before you hit reverse pedal or it will shut down. I'm going to go ahead and show you how it is without using this. It'll shut off, and then I'm going to push the button and show you how it works with it on. So I'm going to go ahead and engage the mower deck blades by pulling up the PTO switch. Now, I'm only having about quarter throttle. Okay, so when we go forward, it's fine. As soon as I hit that reverse pedal, it shuts off. It does come back on, but it shuts off. Now all you have to do is hit the button in, hold it in with your finger, and then hit reverse, and then let go. As soon as you go forward again, and try going reverse, it'll shut down. And every time you go in reverse, you hit the button, go in, and you let go. So that's pretty much it for that. The cruise control is right here. You want it to cruise control, lift up and let go of your pedal. And that puts you in your cruise control mode until you tap on the forward pedal, and that'll actually disengage this. We'll try this one more time. The other thing you can do is tap on the brake. You cannot tap on the reverse pedal, it does not shut off. So when you're in forward gear and your cruise control is on, if you hit the reverse, it won't stop, so remember that. You have to hit the forward pedal and then it'll turn itself off. And we're gonna go ahead and do the brake now. Now I'm gonna show you, we're gonna go ahead and put it in cruise control. It's locked in cruise control, and now we hit the brake. That also disengages it. So that's pretty much it for how to start and operate a John Deere S170. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe, share my channel with your friends, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.